Hey there, Leo. How are you today? My name is Sherilyn, and I am here to do your weekend bonus reading. This one is going to be for Friday, August 15th through Sunday, August 17th. We're just going to do the Celtic Cross because I couldn't find another spread I really liked to try this time. So that's it. We're not going to do the days of the weeks at the end, the days of the weekend at the end. I didn't do it in the first couple, so I can't do it in the last few. But I do the daily energy check-ins every day, so you can check those out to see how the days are going to be if you want. And I'll get them into the next one, okay? I just forgot in the beginning. Okay, whoops, well that was fun. Okay, that was fun. All right, so this one's going to be for my Leos. Okay, one more, then we're on it. Leo, 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 come on. There we go. All right, Leo, what is your current situation? What you got going on right now, Leo? Where are you at? What are we doing? The High Priestess. Somebody else had this one too. I don't remember who though. Anyways, High Priestess. Okay, so the situation you're dealing with right now is the High Priestess. So you are, either you have a situation that you're dealing with that is shrouded in secrecy, maybe one you are part of, or it can be one that you are just, I don't know. Well, you'd have to be a part of it either way, right? So there's some sort of a situation either shrouded in secrecy, or this is something to do with you learning to better understand your intuition and, better learning how to utilize your discernment. Okay, it's one of the two. So let's see what we get. What's the obstacle right now? The Page of Cups. Okay, so there's some kind of a love offer. It feels like you have a small love offer coming towards you, but something about it's not sitting right with you. You can tell something's off. For one thing, this person coming towards you does seem young or youthful, more youthful, I don't know. Chronologically, possibly they are not a ton younger than you, I don't know, but they're definitely emotionally much younger than you, and they could be chronologically younger than you too. This is somebody who's quite young, quite immature, definitely like unrealistic expectations abound in this situation. Anyways, this is somebody who's, there's an offer though. This offer is coming towards you, but something about this offer to you feels off. It just doesn't feel like everything. It checks the boxes, but for some reason it doesn't, something feels off and you can't quite put your finger on it, is what I feel like. Okay, so what is it you need to focus on? The King of Cups. So it looks to me like you are somebody who is basically emotionally mature. Okay, you understand emotions, you understand how you feel about things, what you want. You're very self-aware when it comes to your emotions, okay? And you're dealing with somebody who is not, by no means is the person you're dealing with here on your level, okay? They don't have that kind of emotional maturity. So I don't know if you are tempted to take this small offer because of the control it'll give you, maybe. That might be what is appealing to you, is the amount of control you'll have in the situation, because you will absolutely control all the emotions, okay? That's just period, because of because you're at the king status and this person's a page. However, there's still something here that feels off to you. There's something like there's some kind of secrecy here. There's something here that you don't have all the facts on. Something here is a secret. Something's being kept from you or something. And it's got you uneasy. What is it you need to leave behind? Your lack of trust. Yeah. You have a total lack of trust. Now, I'm not sure if the lack of trust that you have in this situation, I don't know if it's in the situation or the person, and I'm not sure if this lack of trust stems from this person, meaning that your lack of trust could come from prior, right? Something that you've already been through, which would be quite unfair to drag that into this situation, but it happens. And then I'm not sure if you're not trusting this person, or do you just not trust the situation? Either way, it's what needs to be left behind. I'm sure it needs to be left behind in general, because even if it's not this situation, you can't drag that lack of trust into any situation, really. It's not fair, right? But maybe that's why you're feeling somewhat, why you're tempted to take up this small offer, because of the total control you'll have in the situation, which then you don't have to worry so much about the fact you don't trust, right, when you have total control. Okay, what is your strength here? It's your defensiveness. Yeah, you've been through something here recently, Leo. You are definitely defensive and you have no trust. I feel like you have no trust in love in general. So the only way that you're tempted to go towards love right now is in a situation where you are 100% in control. You know what I mean? I'm not judging you on that. I'm just saying that's what I see in the cards. I get it, but I'm just telling you that's what I see in these cards. So it almost looks like you have found yourself somebody. This offer coming in is from somebody that is by no means your equal. And you've done that so that you have this sense of control. Because it's safe, right? But it's not love. So make sure you understand that. Okay, it's not love when you have total control in the situation. Okay, what's in the near future? Ooh, the Queen of Cups. Okay, now I do not feel like these two people are the same person. So if this is what I feel like this reading's about, if you are to take up this person on this small offer where you know something's off, you know you have total control, you know it's not your equal, okay? By doing that, I think that you possibly will sidestep and not have a chance to go after somebody that is actually your divine union, your divine counterpart right here. King and Queen of Cups. So there is somebody else in your atmosphere, and either you're going to sidestep it by going with this half-baked offer down here, this immature offer, or maybe you're doing that on purpose because you're fearing this person. But your divine counterpart is obviously in your midst. It's in your atmosphere someplace, this person, and you know this is your divine counterpart. But maybe you are fearful of them because you have no trust and you are very defensive towards love in general. So maybe you want to take up this whatever, immature offer instead because it's safer. Now that would be a shame. That would be a shame, Leo. Don't. Okay, so what is the advice? The advice is for you to not take any offers right this second. Relax for a minute. Try to heal, okay? Try to get some rest and heal, please. Okay, what is the atmosphere? Page of Pentacles. You're trying to rebuild a foundation right now, which you're going to have to do anyways, but 2 pages, yeah. All right, what is your fear? You're fearing a solid collaboration. I think you're fearing the Queen of Cups. All right, what's the outcome? 4 of Pentacles. You hanging on for dear life. Could be just you hanging on for dear life to your money. Maybe somebody else got at your money. I'm not sure. But you're definitely, you're fearful in general right now. You've been hurt and you're fearful. So listen to the advice down here and just go ahead and chill out for the weekend, okay? You don't need to accept anybody's offer right now. Just relax. Try to heal, okay? Try to get yourself in a good spot because I'd hate to see you turn around and mess up whatever you got going with this divine counterpart. Okay? Not to say it'd be the last one you'd ever find. There's more than one in your life. I understand that. But why just shoo one away when you got one, right? That's what I see. All right. That's what I see for you, Leo. No matter what the cards say, go make it the best weekend you possibly can. And that's it. All right? All right. There you go. Thanks.